High Plains Drifter didn't just make history, it rewrote the rules. The cast pushed to the breaking point. The director fought the studio every single day, and the stories behind the camera are wilder than anything on screen. These are 20 weird facts about High Plains Drifter. And the bonus fact, let's just say even the studio couldn't believe what happened. Lock and load. This one gets brutal fast. Fact 1. The stranger that almost wasn't. Clint Eastwood isn't the first choice for the stranger in High Plains Drifter. The studio initially eyes other actors, but Eastwood finds himself drawn to the project. He sees something in the script that others miss, a chance to explore a darker, more morally ambiguous character than his previous roles. The studio hesitates, unsure if audiences will accept Eastwood's departure from his established persona. But Eastwood's determination sways them, and he steps into the dual role of actor and director. The gamble pays off, as Eastwood's portrayal becomes iconic, cementing the film's place in Western lore. His performance is a reminder of the power of breaking typecasting to redefine a career. Fact 2. A town built from scratch. The town of Lago doesn't exist. It's a mirage conjured from the dust of the California desert. Eastwood, committed to authenticity, decides that building an entire town from scratch is the only way to capture the film's gritty realism. The production team faces logistical nightmares, transporting materials, constructing buildings, and ensuring the set withstands the harsh desert conditions. But their efforts pay off. The town becomes a character in its own right, its eerie, barren streets echoing the film's themes of isolation and retribution. Lago's haunting presence lingers in the minds of audiences long after the credits roll. Fact 3. The mysterious red paint. A chilling transformation occurs in Lago, leaving audiences questioning their eyes. The town, once a dusty, nondescript settlement, is painted entirely in red. This bold decision by Eastwood serves as a visual metaphor for the bloodshed and moral corruption at the story's core. The sudden splash of color shocks both the characters and viewers, forcing them to confront the underlying violence. This artistic choice, though unconventional, becomes a masterstroke of visual storytelling, embedding the film's dark themes into the very fabric of its setting. It's a reminder of how a single creative decision can redefine an entire narrative.
So are all of you.
Fact 4. Eastwood's directorial vision. Clint Eastwood takes the director's chair with a clear vision, but not without challenges. As a relatively new director, he faces skepticism from the studio and crew. His reputation as an actor precedes him, yet his directorial style is untested. Eastwood adopts a minimalist approach, favoring long takes and naturalistic performances. His insistence on authenticity extends to the grueling shoot in the sweltering heat of the desert. Despite the conditions, Eastwood's leadership earns him the respect of the cast and crew. His vision transforms High Plains Drifter into a haunting meditation on vengeance and justice, proving his prowess behind the camera. Fact 5. A twisted tale of vengeance. The script for High Plains Drifter undergoes significant changes before cameras roll. Early drafts present a straightforward revenge tale, but Eastwood sees potential for something deeper. He collaborates with screenwriter Ernest Tidyman to infuse the story with layers of psychological complexity. The stranger becomes a spectral figure, an avenging angel with a mysterious past. This shift in focus adds depth to the narrative, transforming it from a simple Western into a haunting exploration of morality and retribution. The film's final version challenges audiences to question the nature of justice, leaving a lasting impact on the Western genre.
No, that's fine.
Fact 6. The Phantom of Lago. The stranger in High Plains Drifter is shrouded in enigma, but his ghostly presence is no accident. Eastwood crafts the character as an allegorical figure, a specter of vengeance and justice. This ethereal quality is enhanced by subtle cinematic techniques, whispers of wind, shadows that seem to follow him, and a haunting score. The ambiguity surrounding the stranger's identity invites endless speculation. Is he a man returning for revenge, or a ghost seeking retribution? This mystery captivates audiences, elevating the film from a traditional Western to a mythic tale that resonates long after the final scene fades. Fact 7. A haunting score. Music in High Plains Drifter is more than an accompaniment. It's a character. Composer D. Barton crafts a haunting score that weaves through the film like a ghostly whisper. Barton, known for his collaborations with Eastwood, uses unconventional instruments and eerie melodies to amplify the film's tension. The score becomes a psychological undercurrent, reflecting the stranger's mysterious aura and the town's impending doom. This auditory landscape heightens the film's suspense, leaving audiences on edge. Barton's music, haunting and unforgettable, lingers in the mind, reinforcing the film's eerie atmosphere and elevating it to a masterclass in cinematic storytelling.
So, Lou and I were just thinking maybe we were...
Fact 8. The censorship battle. Controversy clouds High Plains Drifter even before its release. The film's themes of violence and sexual assault unsettle censors, sparking debates over its content. Eastwood faces pressure to tone down the film's more provocative elements, but he stands firm, believing in the story's integrity. The battle with censors is fierce, but Eastwood's resolve prevails. The film is released with minimal cuts, maintaining its raw, unflinching portrayal of justice and revenge. This victory establishes Eastwood as a filmmaker unafraid to tackle challenging subjects, and the film's gritty realism resonates with audiences, cementing its status as a daring entry in the Western genre. Fact 9. A legacy of influence. Decades after its release, High Plains Drifter continues to cast a long shadow over the Western genre. Its blend of supernatural elements and psychological complexity influences a new generation of filmmakers. Directors like Quentin Tarantino and the Coen brothers cite it as inspiration for their own genre-defying works. The film's ambiguous morality and haunting visuals challenge traditional Western tropes, paving the way for more nuanced storytelling. High Plains Drifter transforms the landscape of the genre, proving that Westerns can be more than tales of cowboys and outlaws. They can be profound explorations of the human condition.
Hell, Dave, maybe we don't even have it.
Fact 10. A symbolic rebirth. The burning of Lago is more than a climactic scene. It's a symbolic act of cleansing and rebirth. Eastwood stages the fiery destruction with meticulous detail, ensuring the flames reflect the film's themes of vengeance and redemption. The town, once a haven for corruption, is consumed by fire, leaving only ashes and the promise of renewal. This powerful imagery resonates with audiences, offering a cathartic release and a glimmer of hope amidst the chaos. The destruction of Lago becomes a metaphor for the film's moral journey, leaving a lasting impression that transcends the screen. Fact 11. The hidden ghost story. Beneath the surface of High Plains Drifter lies a ghost story, hidden in plain sight. Eastwood infuses the film with supernatural undertones, inviting audiences to question the stranger's true nature. Is he a man seeking vengeance, or a ghost haunting the town that wronged him? This ambiguity is intentional, a narrative device that adds depth and intrigue. The film's spectral elements are subtle yet pervasive, from the stranger's mysterious arrival to the whispers of the wind. This ghostly subtext enriches the story, transforming it into a haunting meditation on justice and the echoes of the past. Fact 12. A town's dark secret. Lago harbors a dark secret, hidden beneath its dusty facade. As the stranger unravels the town's history, a tale of betrayal and corruption emerges. The townsfolk's complicity in a heinous crime is slowly revealed, forcing them to confront their guilt. This narrative twist adds layers to the film, elevating it from a simple revenge story to a complex exploration of morality. The revelation of Lago's secret shocks audiences, turning the town itself into a character, a symbol of the consequences of unchecked power and collective sin. This dark undercurrent lingers, leaving viewers to ponder the true cost of justice. Fact 13. Improvised genius. Sometimes cinematic magic happens by accident. During filming, Eastwood encourages improvisation, allowing actors to explore their characters organically. One such moment occurs when a seemingly mundane scene takes an unexpected turn. The actors, fully immersed in their roles, begin to riff off each other's performances, creating a spontaneous exchange that crackles with tension. Eastwood recognizes the brilliance of the moment, capturing it in a single take. This improvised scene becomes a standout, adding authenticity and depth to the film. It's a testament to the power of trusting actors and the serendipity of filmmaking, a reminder that sometimes the best moments are unplanned.
This gentleman here is buying.
Fact 14. The ghostly arrival. The opening of High Plains Drifter is enigmatic and unforgettable. The stranger's arrival in Lago is shrouded in mystery, setting the tone for the film's eerie atmosphere. Eastwood crafts this scene with precision, using long shots and minimal dialogue to create a sense of unease. The stranger seems to materialize from the desert itself, like an apparition crossing the boundary between worlds. This haunting introduction captivates audiences, drawing them into the film's spectral narrative. The stranger's ghostly entrance becomes an iconic moment, a visual metaphor for the film's exploration of justice and the supernatural.
Now I don't feel too agreeable.
Fact 15. An unforgiving landscape. The desert is more than a backdrop in High Plains Drifter. It's a relentless adversary. Filming in the arid conditions of California proves grueling for cast and crew. The scorching heat and swirling dust create a challenging environment, testing their endurance. Yet this harsh landscape becomes integral to the film's aesthetic, mirroring the desolation and moral ambiguity of the story. Eastwood embraces the desert's unforgiving nature, using it to amplify the film's tension and isolation. The landscape, vast and indifferent, becomes a character in its own right, underscoring the film's themes of survival and retribution. Fact 16. The unseen mentor. Behind every great film is a guiding hand, often unseen. For Eastwood, that mentor is Sergio Leone, the legendary director of the Dollars trilogy. Though Leone isn't directly involved in High Plains Drifter, his influence is undeniable. Eastwood draws from Leone's mastery of visual storytelling, employing similar techniques in his own directorial approach. The film's pacing, use of silence, and stark compositions reflect Leone's impact. This homage is a tribute to the mentor who shaped Eastwood's cinematic sensibilities. High Plains Drifter becomes a bridge between Eastwood's past as an actor and his future as a visionary filmmaker. Fact 17. A controversial hero. The stranger is no typical Western hero. His actions challenge the archetype of the noble gunslinger, presenting audiences with a morally complex protagonist. This departure from tradition is deliberate, a reflection of the era's shifting cultural landscape. Eastwood crafts a character who blurs the lines between hero and anti-hero, forcing viewers to grapple with their own moral judgments. The stranger's ambiguity sparks debate, redefining what it means to be a hero in the Western genre. This bold portrayal resonates with audiences, paving the way for more nuanced characters and stories that reflect the complexities of the human condition. Fact 18. The power of silence. In High Plains Drifter, silence speaks louder than words. Eastwood, known for his minimalist style, uses silence as a narrative tool, creating tension and depth. The film's sparse dialogue allows the visuals to take center stage, inviting audiences to engage with the story on a visceral level. This restraint amplifies the film's suspense, as the unspoken becomes as significant as the spoken. The power of silence enhances the film's eerie atmosphere, drawing viewers into its haunting world. Eastwood's use of silence transforms the film into a masterclass of visual storytelling, proving that sometimes less truly is more.
Throwing our paying guests right into the street just to make room for our...
Fact 19. The mythic stranger. The stranger in High Plains Drifter is more than a character, he's a mythic figure. Eastwood crafts a role steeped in symbolism, drawing from archetypal themes of justice and retribution. The stranger's enigmatic presence invites comparisons to figures from folklore and mythology, elevating the story to a timeless parable. This mythic quality resonates with audiences, offering a narrative that transcends the specifics of time and place. The stranger becomes a vessel for exploring universal themes, a testament to the power of myth in storytelling. This transformation elevates High Plains Drifter into a cinematic legend, a tale that echoes through the ages.
What the hell does it look like is going on, preacher? They're emptying my whole...
Fact 20. The unseen horror. The horror in High Plains Drifter is subtle yet pervasive. Eastwood infuses the film with an undercurrent of dread, using visual and auditory cues to unsettle audiences. Shadows loom large, and whispers of wind carry an eerie chill. This atmospheric horror is intentional, a reflection of the film's exploration of guilt and retribution. The unseen becomes as terrifying as the seen, drawing viewers into a world where danger lurks in every corner. This tension transforms the film into a psychological thriller, a reminder of the power of suggestion in creating fear. The horror of High Plains Drifter lingers, leaving a lasting impact on those brave enough to confront its dark heart.
I've heard a lot of things. Why?
If this deep dive into one of cinema's most legendary films left you thinking, go ahead and like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments